I remember when I was 9, I was madly in love with sweets. Anytime I had money, I always bought pin pop. My mom started getting worried, so she collected any money I had. With that, we were able to curb but not completely solve the problem because I still love sweets. Today, I'm 13 and I'm standing in front of you to help you get rid of your addiction. Addiction is like a thread. The more you abuse an action or a substance, the more threads form together. For someone who is addicted to drinking, when he starts, it takes him one bottle to get drunk. But as he persists with drinking, he needs to increase the number of bottles to have an effect. A woman by the name Cole Cohen went to the doctor and complained that she was feeling dizzy and nauseous. The doctor gave her a brain scan, and he was shocked to find out that her cerebellum was missing, the part of the brain that contained 50% of the cells in every human being's brain. It was then doctors and scientists realized that the brain rewires and functions in ways that benefit you. The concept I have just defined is neuroplasticity, the ability for the brain to rewire and adapt so that it can survive and thrive in this world. Imagine it like this. Your brain uses pathways to solve problems. The more familiar you get with a pathway, the more your brain uses that pathway, and the more it becomes an addiction. The less familiar you get with a pathway, the more you get rid of that addiction. I'm sure we might all be wondering, how do we get addicted? We all have reward pathways. Anytime we do something good, it sends us a jolt of dopamine. The reward pathway also helps with the memory. Anytime we do something good, it sends us a jolt of dopamine so that when we're in a similar situation, we know the action to repeat. Unfortunately, this paves way for drugs and non-drug addiction. When you abuse an action or a substance, the reward pathway floods you with dopamine 10 times stronger than that of a natural reward, and it lasts longer than that of a natural reward. So the reason people go back to their addiction is because of the sensation that the reward pathway gives. To get rid of our addictions, we first have to recognize that we have a problem and admit it. Oh, I have a problem with watching television. It is that easy. Did you know the more you have an addiction, the stronger it gets? I'm sure we are all aware that those who smoke didn't just do it once or twice and got addicted. It was a continual process for a long period of time. Take it from me, getting rid of your addiction will not be easy. We have to take it in stages. If you have a problem with fizzy drinks, you first find a replacement. It could be juice boxes or yogurt, something that is beneficial to the body. You then take it to suppress the addiction. You give yourself a target, maybe 3 days without your addiction. If you accomplish that target, you give yourself another target. But if you are unable to, you repeat the target. We also should not have easy access to our addictions. We should have an accountability partner, someone who keeps record of our growth, who is in charge of our addiction, and who punishes us if we go against the agreement. Most importantly, we should always reward ourselves for our success. Getting rid of our addiction requires relearning things that we already know but have forgotten, and replacing bad habits with good habits, and fighting the sensation that the reward pathway gives. We have to loosen the thread before it is too late. Thank you.